Hello and welcome back, my beautiful froggy army, to another video. I have another little build for you today. Once again, we're trying to finish up my island. Not saying that we're going to finish it today in this video, but I am on the road to finishing my island, you know what I mean? So this is something, as you can see by the title and the thumbnail, this is something very fairy core that I've been wanting on my island for a while. I just could never think of a spot to put it, but we finally figured it out today and I'm so happy about it. And I think I'm just gonna get right into it because there's a lot I have to say to you guys and tell you about. A lot happened when recording this video, so we got some stuff to talk about, you know? So as always, this is the area that I'm working with. This is in front of my museum and like by my little mushroom park, and this is my little pond thing that I have up here, and we've got like a whole mess of flowers, so I am destroying it. Yep, I'm taking it all down. So I have just not liked this area for the longest time. I have not been happy with it. I have not known what to do with it. I thought it was a really awkward space. The pond itself is okay. The pond itself is nice, but the little cliff thing that I built, like what? I don't like it. It has that little tail and it's awkwarded me out, if that's even a phrase, and I just haven't liked it, and I've been considering for a long time getting rid of it. So that is what we did today, and I'm so much happier with what I built. Trust me, like, I'm so glad that I finally decided to do this. If I'm being honest, I was really hesitant to tear all this down because this was like one of my first few videos where I worked on this area and built that little pond, so it's very nostalgic to me. But then again, you know, it's been a couple months. It's been like 5-6 months, and I have not touched this. I have not touched this whatsoever. So I think my logic is, if it's been like 5 months and I have just not liked this space so much that I haven't even touched it, and I never go up here, I never look at it, nothing like that, then I'm like, okay, yeah, it's time to go, you know? So rest in peace to this area. The video is still up if you want to watch where I worked on this, but yeah. So at first I thought I could maybe maintain that little waterfall that I have going, but after kind of looking at it for a while, I decided no, I don't think the waterfall is gonna work, and I just decided to tear it down, which is good. What I ended up doing, I mean, you'll see in a second, but I ended up extending that little river because I also wanted to keep the river. The river was super cute and I really liked it, so I didn't want to get rid of that. Because I also like how it is with the space next to it. I have like a little kind of like statue garden going on, but I really liked how that looked, so I wanted to keep this little river that was next to it. So yeah, we ended up saving it, and I tried to keep this tree that I had on the edge because the tree glitch, and I was so proud of it, but ended up getting rid of that too. But it's all good because it turned out way better than this. So while I continue to demolish things and do some waterscaping, I will tell you about our build today. So as you can see, like I said earlier by the thumbnail and title and all that jazz, it is kind of like a rock garden fairy circle. I wasn't sure what to call it because, like, in my mind, a rock garden isn't like a circle. You know, when I think of rock garden in Animal Crossing, I think of the rocks arranged maybe like in rows or like something different, like not in a circle. But at the same time, technically it is a rock garden. I don't know. So I just called it both because it kind of looks like a fairy circle, but it's comprised of rocks. So it's kind of like both. But anyways, this is something, like I've said, that I've really been wanting to build for a long time. A staple fairy core decor piece or whatever to go on your island is a fairy circle, I think so. And I already have like the spooky one that I built that I've kind of transformed into a normal one. I already have that one, and I was like, you know what, we need another one. Let's get another one up in here, you know, because my rocks, I just break them whenever they're in an annoying spot, and they kind of just are like all over my island. And I was like, yeah, I need like a little rock circle, like duh, like that's so obvious, I need one of those. And then I'd also been thinking about putting like a little flower field kind of in this area in front of the museum, not directly in front of it, but you know, down in this big empty space below. So I decided to combine them, and I was actually inspired by this picture that I found on Twitter because I was looking at rock gardens. I think I was looking at like little rock circle inspiration pictures, and I saw their picture and I was like, you know what, this is perfect. I've been wanting to do a fairy circle rock garden thing, and I've been wanting to do a flower field, and this combines both. So I guess that picture really inspired me to do both. But yeah, it was just so perfect. But of course I put my own spin on it and all that stuff, and I will link their tweet and their account down below so you can go check them out if you're interested. Here I went ahead and marked out like the center of where I wanted the rock circle to be, and what made this easy for me, this might not be easy for everyone, but what made it easy for me was to just create this giant blob of oh my goodness, what's this called? In-game pathing, and then kind of mark out by using the grass path to like mark out where I want the rocks to go, because I couldn't visualize it in my head. I don't know. I've never done a rock circle before or moved my rocks like deliberately, and when I tell you this took me hours, guys. It took me hours. So please give this video a like, because I spent so long on this video and it's only a 20-minute video. Like, it makes me so sad. Like, you guys have no idea the amount of effort and stuff this took, and I have some more stories at some point later in this video. Yeah, so I did use the mannequin method, of course. I think that's the easiest method. I guess I'll link a guide down below for using the mannequin method if you have no idea what I'm doing. I am trying to get my rocks to spawn in those little gaps that I marked out on the in-game path, and I'm using these mannequins to take up all the empty space so they don't spawn anywhere except for those 6 spots. I only want them to spawn in there, so you can use mannequins and fill up your island with them. Thankfully, my island is really cluttered, so it didn't take me as long as someone with an emptier island would take, you know? But it still took me quite a bit of time because, dang, these rocks like to spawn everywhere. Like, I thought there were so many times I was like, okay, I covered every single spot, they should not spawn anywhere, and they would find a new spot, and I was like, what is this? So I'm just kind of showing you a little bit of the process. You just have to space them like this, and I'll link a guide because there's so many good guides out there. You should check them out. I'm never good at explaining stuff like this, so it's just better for me to pass you on to someone who knows better than me. But yeah, I did that for a long time, and I will spare you watching me do it all over my island, but here's basically what it looked like at this point. So what I would do is I would just save and quit, and then time travel 6 days, and then hope for the best. So this was my first attempt. I did get 2 rocks in there, but one of them spawned in the middle spot. I'm so dumb. I didn't even think about that, so I had to go ahead and destroy it, which was so painful. But I ended up just putting an item there so that nothing would spawn there. And then my second attempt, I got another rock in there, and I was so disappointed that it was only 1. And then my next attempt, I got 2 more, and I was really excited. And then I think I had another attempt in between there that I didn't show you where none of them spawned, but then I finally got all of them. And then this is just me showing you how you clear up all the mannequins. You just edit it, edit your design. It has to be one that you can change, and then all of them will just disappear, and it's great. So then, of course, I went ahead and kicked off all of this in-game path that was not going to stay there. It was just kind of like a guide for me, and I think it really helped. I would not have been able to visualize this like on my own, just eyeballing it. So it's kind of like a measure once, no, measure twice, cut once. Yeah, does that relate to this? I don't know. Anyways, so here's another story time. My OBS decided it wanted to crash when I was recording, so I lost 15 minutes of footage, so a lot happened. As you can see, I started planting a lot of flowers. There was this whole thing where I ran out of pink flowers because I actually don't have that many extras. So I had to call upon some of my lovely Discord members to come and send me some. So Katie brought me some, thank you Katie, and one of our members, Vicky, brought me some. So thank you guys so much. I could not have done it without the server and you guys. So yeah, I thankfully had just the right amount of flowers after those guys brought me 2 inventories worth. So I went ahead and just started planting them all over. I wanted like a big flower field surrounding this area. And I left kind of like a ring around the rocks because I didn't know if I wanted to put items or something like around them. I didn't end up doing that, but that's why I'm not like going directly up against the rocks. It kind of looks weird right now and it does not look nice, but once I fill it in at the end, it looks really nice. Just trust me. But yeah, that was so scary. I was so afraid that my OBS was just like gonna delete my entire video because I'd been recording for like almost 2 hours at this point when it decided to just like crash, and I was so scared. But thankfully it only erased like the past 15 minutes and I just lost footage of me placing down a good chunk of flowers, but I was like, it's fine, I can just talk about that, explain it. And after all, you guys don't need to watch me place like 5 gazillion flowers. It's all the same. I wanted this area to be like super pink and very pretty and fairy core and all that, so I went ahead and put these cherry blossom petals on the floor, and I also decided to put them like on the in between the rocks. You'll see that in a second. And once again, inspired by the picture, I put this mush parasol. I use these all over my island anyway, so I thought it was a really good fit. I also considered using a statue or a really big butterfly model, like the super big one that's like blue-ish and black. But I ended up going with the mush parasol, and I think it came out really nice. It looks really cute. Kind of reminds me of a carousel. I don't know if you get that vibe, but it kind of reminds me of that, so bonus points there. And then I went ahead and put these mush stools, just like my other fairy circle that I have. I also have little mush stools on that one, except they're yellow, so I decided to go with white here. And then I went ahead and started placing some bug models on top of the mushrooms, just to give it that beautiful, magical, majestic, wanderlusty type of vibe. The butterfly models, okay. When people ask me my favorite like in-game item, I always say like the mush stuff, the mushroom things, or like the Celeste items, but I don't know, man. Bug models? They might be coming for that top spot. Just saying. And then, yeah, that's pretty much like the end of the build. I don't know what I spent 20 minutes doing in this video, but the actual decorating process took me a fairly short amount of time. The rest of this is just me filling in the flowers, finding a couple spots to put some bushes. I did place like a little cherry blossom umbrella and a couple more bug models, like just kind of hiding in the flowers, chilling. I finally got to use the orchid mantis bug model because I've just had that sitting in my storage. I think I have like 2 of them and I like them, but they're not like as cute as the butterflies, so I never know where to put them. But they're pink and they're like a really cute pink, so I don't want to get rid of them, of course, and I don't want to just let them like just sit in there like doing nothing. So I think this was the perfect use for one of them. He blends in with the flowers, but at the same time, you know, he's there, you can see him. So I think it was perfectly made for him, perfectly designed. And yeah, I do have this beach area, which is like my flower storage, which is unfortunately placed right underneath, which kind of sucks. So I do need to get rid of that. You can see it when you're standing, like of course near the bottom of this build. It is right up against the beach, so it is a little bit of an eyesore. I need to either move my flower storage or like, I don't know. Actually, yeah, that is the only solution. Move the flower storage. I can't believe I had never stored my flowers on the beach before. I had seen a lot of people do it, like flower beach, you know, this is my extra flowers, and I had just never done it. I was like, why? You can just put them on the dirt. But duh, Raven, they grow on the dirt, so if you don't want them to spread, you put them on the beach. And it's been great because there's some flowers I still want to keep, but I don't want them like going crazy, going haywire, like duplicating all over the place, like the gold roses, or like, well, actually I don't think gold roses can duplicate like that. You have to get them from black roses, right? I think so. But you know, like all the yellow flowers, like I use them here and there, but I don't want like a million yellow flowers. So yeah, just a little tip for you. If you don't already do it, you should, because it's really convenient. But anyways, I ended up using stone fencing because I thought it was kind of more natural looking to kind of like fence off the area, give it a little divider between the front of the museum, because I still do want to put something in front of that museum. And I also use the trees as kind of a divider, and they will be really pretty and pink in cherry blossom season. And a butterfly actually decided to spawn when I was giving a little walkthrough. We ignore Flower Beach at the bottom. And yeah, this is just so gorgeous. I am so happy with how it came out. again, I've been wanting to do both of these things for so long, I just couldn't decide where to put them, and I'm just so happy with this. It looks so pretty, so magical, like, oh, it's so gorgeous. So yeah, I highly recommend. Like, the little rock circle is such a pain, but it's so cute. It's so worth it when you're done. Here are this video's fan art submissions. Thank you all so much for submitting. I actually have a lot of submissions, so thank you for your patience while I try to show as many as possible. Thank you all so much for your love and for your effort that you dedicate into this beautiful artwork. I love all of them, so thank you so much. And if you would like to submit, there is a link down below. So that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching and for listening to me ramble. Just that's what these videos are these days, aren't they? So thanks so much. If you're not subscribed already, I highly recommend hitting that subscribe button for some delicious juicy content coming your way in your subscription box, and give this video a like if you enjoyed it. I hope you got inspired by this video. That's always my goal. And if you'd like to follow me on any social media that I have, links below. Discord server linked below. We have a really nice server if you would like to join that. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.